Welcome to Geeks Corner. I'm Mr. Dats.
I'm Katie.
Merry Geekmas.
Merry Geekmas.
How are you all tonight? Well, everybody watching, listening, and also you. Yes.
I'm doing great, and I hope you are as well. I'm just cold because it's 55 degrees outside.
55 balmy degrees outside in Southern California as we continue our celebration of Geekmas. Aren't you excited?
Yeah, I am. Mainly because if you stick around till the end, I'll be redeeming myself with the Geekmas tree.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think so.
I was really upset last week.
It worked in rehearsal. We actually did. This rarely happens on Geeks Corner, but we had a rehearsal to make sure the Geekmas tree actually turns on.
And it does.
And it does. It worked. So we have.
It'll be the finale of the show tonight. So it's fine. If I seem like I'm anxious the whole show, that's what it is. So
that's the best way to have a show.
But if you go to geekscorner.live, you can comment on all of my anxieties. But yeah, you can go there. You can see.
Tell us your favorite Geekmas memories.
Yeah. Tell us about Geekmas. I don't know.
Anyway, we got a lot of Disney stuff to talk about tonight because there's been a ton going on. But before we do that, I think we need to do one thing first.
What one thing do we need to do first?
I think that we should open these presents, these Geekmas presents. These very beautiful Geekmas presents. But before we do that, also, there's another thing we need to do.
What else are we doing?
I think you have something to share with the class.
Yes, I do have something to share with the class. After our fiasco, one may call it last week.
Our adventure?
Yeah, you could call it an adventure.
Yeah, I did.
I wrote an ode to GEEKMAS because I really wanted this to work. So I put my energy into this. I wrote it. I feel really good about it. And
what was your inspiration for this?
Thinking about the tree working.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what my inspiration was here. So
was it a happy thought?
Yes.
Okay.
So I wrote this.
And you all have to love it.
No, you don't.
Oh, okay. I'm
not a writer, so it's fine. I really don't want to read this, actually, but it's fine.
Well, you don't have to read it. I mean, I'm sure they're not that invested yet.
Oh, okay. Then, I mean, I have it in my notes app and everything, but...
I want to hear it, but maybe I'm the only one.
You probably are the only one that wants to hear it. You know, I'm going to read it anyway. I'm going to force them.
Okay.
Because it'll make me feel better about something. Maybe. Okay, so an ode to Geekmas.
Ode to Geekmas.
Each and every holiday season, we celebrate a new reason. Whether it be Star Wars or Trek, we make it a celebration you can't forget. So when we light the Geekmas tree, it fills all of our hearts with glee. From all of us to all of you, Merry Geekmas.
That was really good.
Thank you.
I thought you said it was going to be bad.
I thought it was bad, yes.
No, that's great. I think people are going to comment on how much they love it in the comments, and I hope they do at least. And while they do that, I think it's time to open Geekmas presents for Geekmas week number 2.
There's 2.
This one is for me.
Oh.
That one is for you.
Oh.
Yeah. Do you know what it is?
I have an idea, but I'm probably wrong.
Okay. What do you think?
Can I say it?
Can you say what you think?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bottle of wine.
It is not a bottle of wine.
It's not a bottle of wine.
It is not a bottle of wine.
Bottle of wine. Oh my!
Merry Geekmas.
Oh my gracious.
Life Day and Geekmas happen to happen very close together.
That is really good. I did not know that they were selling Starbucks branded Life Day merchandise.
Surprise!
For a second, I was like, wow, this is a really good fan-made Life Day thing.
Some elves helped with that. It was great.
Yeah. Wow. That's phenomenal. That's a good Geekmas present. Good work. I guess we all got something tonight.
Everybody wins on Geekmas.
Yeah.
At Geekmas. In fact, I believe on our final Geekmas show, which is the week before, a week of Christmas, actually.
Yeah, it is the 20. Mark your calendars.
I think I have one guest lined up for us so far.
A guest?
Well, kind of a guest.
Kind of a guest.
But they will get a GEEKMAS present as well.
Mark your calendars for December 21st.
The 21st of December will be the big hour-long GEEKMAS show that we have nothing planned for. We have ideas. We just haven't planned anything yet. That's okay. All right, let's move right into the show. Before we do that, if you're going to travel with Disney, please consider using Mouseways Travel. There are very good friends, and they will take care of the details so you can just focus on enjoying the magic. And you can do that at mouseways.com/dapsmagic. They do it for free, and then you using them benefits Matthew and the Mouseways team and also benefits Geeks Corner. So everybody wins. Moving right along.
Choo-choo.
This last weekend was Candlelight at the Disneyland Resort, and we got to see Sterling K. Brown narrate the Christmas story with a mass choir, handbells, orchestra, soloists, candles.
A bird that may or may not have been an audio animatronic.
A bird that seemed, yes. But yes, what did you think of this year's Candlelight, Katie?
I thought it was magical. And it was something that we have said, I think, far too many times. We may have cursed ourselves for next year. It went really well this weekend.
Yes. Yes, it did.
It was a very smooth Candlelight weekend.
Like, it was long.
Yeah, it's always long.
It's a lot of waiting and a lot of
Standing.
Uncertainty and all of those things. Hold on. We have to show this. On the first week of GEEKMAS, my co-host gave to me a faulty lighted tree. On the second week of GEEKMAS, my co-host gave to me 2 Life Day mugs and a faulty lighted tree.
Okay, don't say the faulty tree again.
Okay.
I'll get upset.
That was very good.
Very good.
That was very good. So anyway, Candlelight, we thought it went really well in terms of like nothing really went wrong. Like, we got good spots. We were able to be in those spots all the way through the end of Sleigh Ride.
The end of Sleigh Ride.
Phil Rogers says, thank you for watching Candlelight, which I think is always went, because that's the true end of the show, is when you're told that it's over.
Mm-hmm. But sometimes the end of the show is before that to other people. So
sometimes, but not this year. And
not
it was
this
great.
Year.
And they also they swapped out Away in a Manger and put Candlelight Carol back in, which I thought was beautiful.
Yeah.
What else? Like, what things were you most excited about with the Candlelight Processional? There's so much Candlelight there.
It's a bit of a cop-out answer, but I was just excited to have Candlelight back because 2020 was a really long year, and not having Candlelight as difficult and as long and as much as my body still hurts from this weekend, it is a holiday tradition for us. So it was nice to just have it back and have our friends and
make new friends,
mm-hmm. As we tend to do during Candlelight season. So yeah, that's kind of what I loved. I also just really love the Silent Night.
Okay.
I think it's beautiful.
That's actually what I was asking, was what was the best part of the show. But, all that other stuff was great too.
I know. I just wanted to talk.
Okay, that's allowed. That's totally fair. Silent Night really is always super special, and having everybody sing it together this year after being apart for the last year and a half or whatever, I felt like was a very positive thing. And I just love that you have all of these people, like even in our little area, we had so many different people of different mm-hmm. backgrounds and persuasions and beliefs, and everybody comes together and sings Christmas carols. And I thought that was really cool. And I just love that. I love that there's something that can bring, like, I just keep thinking about the different ages and where people were from and all this stuff just within 15 feet of us, 10 feet of us each day. And I think that was something that I really like, because there's not many places in the world where people just show up and come together despite their differences. Mm-hmm. And I like that. And I think that's the message of the holidays for basically every belief. It's really a come together thing. And I think we need more of that. And I loved it. And I loved that Nancy Suwalian was back conducting. Yeah. I actually thought Sterling K. Brown was a much better narrator than I was expecting, mm-hmm. because I was expecting him to be kind of serious and, like, I don't know.
He was very lighthearted and fun.
Yes, he was having a blast. Even when he messed up, he was a very animated person that I just did not realize he was going to be. Because honestly, my biggest association with him was the West Wing special they did last year, and he played Leo McGarry, so he was very serious. He's the chief of staff, and so I kind of thought that's what we were going to get this weekend, and we didn't. We got somebody who was making faces and being very animated. Like, I would like to see more of him. So good for Disney for picking him. I thought he was actually one of the more, if not the most fun narrator, one of the most fun narrators.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going back, like Chris Pratt had a blast. I remember a few years ago, and like and Dick Van Dyke. Like, I would say those three, as I think back the last 15 or so years, like, those are the three that pop out as having a really fun time. And I think everybody enjoys it, but not everybody expresses how much fun they're having to the same level as these three did. So very fun. Loved it. It was great. Another thing that came back that's really, to me, it's kind of in the same category of like, this is a Christmas tradition, holiday tradition that brings everybody together. And honestly, it's funny because as I'm saying this, it's where Candlelight begins, the Candlelight Procession, and that's It's a Small World holiday. Opened yesterday, and I was able to go on it, and you were able to watch my video. So yay for technology. But what does it mean to you to have It's a Small World reopened after a month when they were really expecting it to be a whole lot longer?
I wasn't expecting to get it all this holiday season. So it's something that I'm extremely happy about. It's a Small World holiday is just really, really special, and it's for a lot of the same reasons as Candlelight Processional. It's just bringing everybody together and enjoying something. And the amount of joy I've seen over the last 24 hours of people getting to experience the attraction again has been really fun. And yes, having the outside of the attraction was still nice, and having the music and all those things, but the fact that it's truly back now, I feel like the holidays can really start.
I agree. Yeah. And it's just beautiful. Like, and I don't know, like everything seemed a little bit more vibrant this year, and like the sound sounded really great, and it seemed very clean. And I don't know if they put extra work into it or it just was gone longer, so I had more time to appreciate what was missing. But I was really impressed with what they've done, both inside and out, to get the attraction running. And I know they probably weren't working on the inside that much in the last 4 weeks. Maybe they were, I don't know. But it was definitely one of the few times I can say where I was actually, as I was waiting in line, I was really getting excited about going on it, as opposed to like, oh, that's fun. Like normally it's just like, oh, I enjoy this, and it's just part of the holiday tradition. But this year, standing in line, I was like, oh, I can't wait to go on this. And that doesn't happen a whole lot. So that was a very pleasant surprise yesterday. And it was interesting watching the queue yesterday too, because it was like 5 minutes for a couple hours. And then suddenly it was like a ton
45, 55.
45, 55. And it'll be interesting to see. Like, I'm sure this weekend it's going to be insane. But yeah, I think it's really a great thing to have back. And now it actually feels like the holidays are happening. Like, it's funny because, I'm going to probably go on it the once, and maybe I'll go on it again. I don't know. But, once is usually good enough for me for one season, but it completes the season.
Yeah.
And that's something I think that's just it's always a win. Like, I do have to ask the question. I've asked it a million times before. Something that's not getting a holiday overlay currently, what would you add? Like, which attraction would you add a holiday overlay to?
Oh gosh. I think that Incredicoaster would be a really fun holiday overlay.
Oh, okay.
I think Space Mountain would be a very fun holiday overlay.
Okay. Would you do like Run Run Rudolph or something?
Yeah, 100%. Okay. And it would be obviously Santa going through.
I would like them to do what they did in Florida a couple years ago and put it into Autopia, where they put like, because you could do Christmas lights and all that fun stuff go all over the top. I feel like that
I forgot about that.
That would be a really good place to do it. And then you'd see it from the monorail at night and also the train at night. I think it'd be you could really go crazy with it.
I also think that Rise of the Resistance would be a really great holiday overlay. And instead of trying to keep the prisoners from escaping, it's Kylo Ren just trying to keep everybody at his holiday party. And
I thought you were going to go Life Day way.
No, he's really offended that everyone keeps trying to leave his holiday party early. He made eggnog and gingerbread cookies. Dang it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
I would like to see Jingle Cruise come back.
Florida still has it.
I think that would be amazing.
I really miss Jingle Cruise.
Yes, I do too. So
Merriest cruise that ever sailed.
I would love to see Jingle Cruise return. I think, what other one would I really like to see a overlay on?
People Mover.
Honestly, all of Fantasyland, like not an attraction, just like go all decorating out for Fantasyland, because I think that would be really nice. I don't know, like if you could go, because they kind of add a little bit to Storybook Land. Mm-hmm. And you could go all out with Storybook Land, and that would be fun as well.
Definitely.
Yeah, that's one. I think those would both be good. All right, now let's go away from the holidays. What's happening during the holidays? Disney Genie, Disney Genie Plus, Lightning Lane.
Kerchoo!
Tomorrow. It will be at the Disneyland Resort for $20. You can get Disney Genie Plus. Genie's free.
That's what's crazy to me is that it's tomorrow.
Lightning Lanes, anywhere between $7 and $20, if I remember correctly. What do you think about this arriving?
I'm excited to play around with Disney Genie and see what kind of weird stuff it suggests me. Because I'm a weird person. It's gonna be like, hey, because you like cars, go on Radiator Springs Racers. I'm gonna say no. Just want to walk around Cars Land. It's gonna say, oh, okay. Do you want to go on Luigi's? I'm gonna say no. Just want to walk around Cars Land. So yeah, I'm very excited to see the interaction and the interface of Disney Genie for us. Mm-hmm. I've seen a little bit of it in Florida, but honestly, I haven't paid too much attention. I don't think that this is that bad of a thing that people are kind of making it out to be, and I'm just happy. I'm happy that we're going to have anything back. So
okay,
and I'm excited for when we get Magic Bands, or Magic Band Plus, or whatever it is that we're getting, because then, yay, more things.
Okay. What is the one thing you want to experience with Disney Genie Plus, or Lightning Lane?
I don't know, honestly. I don't know how much I'll be using any of this. I'll be 100% honest.
I think the times that will be used is when we have friends from out of town, or like when there's, I think it really benefits the people that need to get the most out of their day, as opposed to the other people. Like there's a definite group of people that show up to get the food, or to eat the food, to shop in the shops, enjoy the entertainment. And if they go on a ride, great. But it's not like you kind of save the rides for when, like, a special occasion.
Yeah. Well, and the full disclosure, I guess, or transparency of it all, we never even used Fast Pass that much.
No, we never, like, we occasionally did.
Yeah, like very, very rarely, of like, oh, hey, we just see that this is open. Should we grab it? And then maybe we'll go on that attraction at like 8 o'clock at night.
Yep.
It was just not something that we did very frequently.
So I don't actually know how often we'll purchase it unless there are people from out of town. But I think we'll test it. We'll see how it plays out. And it'll be interesting to see. I think the real fun part about this will be, this is what it is December 8th. What is it like a year from now? Like,
definitely.
I will be curious to see how the program evolves and what they change, what they keep, all of that stuff. Because the great thing with stuff like this is it's just a few code.
Definitely.
Change the code, you can change the program. And I think that'll be, it'll be interesting to see how they adapt and adjust as they get more information about this. So I'm curious to see how it goes. And I am cautiously optimistic that it will be a great thing.
Me too.
Another great thing, Disneyland After Dark is returning to the happiest place on earth starting this winter, I believe, at the end of January, beginning of February. I think it's the 1st and 2nd. But they'll have Sweethearts Night. They will have Villains Night, and they will have Star Wars Nights. First off, which one are you most excited for?
Villains Night.
Really?
Because well, we were supposed to go to that in 2020.
Yes.
And we all know how that ended.
Yes.
Sweethearts Night and Star Wars Night we have done previously, so we know. And I'm looking forward to those because I know what we've experienced.
Which one of the two do you like the best?
Ooh.
The correct answer is Star Wars Night.
Yeah. But when I think of Sweethearts Night, I think of very specifically how we saw Mary and Bert walking down a very
was one of my best pictures ever.
Empty Main Street by themselves, nobody talking to them, and they were just sitting there admiring the partner statue together. And that is what I think of every single time.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was good. But no, to me, it's all about Star Wars Night.
Yes.
And Villains Night probably comes in second, with Sweethearts Night coming third. I think for me also, Sweethearts Night is the first one where I felt like it was crowded.
Yeah.
And so like Star Wars Night was definitely crowded and crazy, but because it was Star Wars, it was okay for some reason. Like they were both crowded.
But at Star Wars Night, there are droids.
Yeah. We saw them with Clucky, I think.
Pretty sure.
I'm pretty sure we hung out with Clucky most of the night.
Well, that was first Star Wars Night.
That is true.
And then the second Star Wars Night, there was C-3PO and R2-D2 in Galaxy's Edge. I don't remember as much about the second one, to be completely honest. I remember the first one more.
Okay.
But 3PO.
Was that the second one, or was that 90s Night? I just
that was 90s
Night. That was 90s Night, because that was Tyler and Haley.
Yeah, that was 90s Night.
I was like, I don't actually remember there being a second one, because I'm pretty sure it was supposed to be during Star Wars Celebration.
It was supposed to be during Star Wars Celebration.
Yep.
Wow, I really just combined those.
That's okay. We've been through a lot since then.
Yeah, the last thing, like really the last big thing we did before everything closed down was Pixar Night on March 5th,
yeah, just a few days before. Yeah, I'm curious to see how these are handled. There's more nights for this one. Mm-hmm. And frankly, if it's the same amount of people as Marius Nights, I'm all in. Like, I think this will be great. And we'll definitely be vlogging all three of those to see how they do and how they compare and what our favorite things are. I would like to think or say for all of them in general, I wish that it was easier to get food and merchandise.
Yeah.
Because I feel like that's always hard for those things.
We end up like never eating at these things.
Yeah, we've learned you have to come prepared, because it's just like the lines are so long for food that we
always eat
just
before.
Don't do that.
And then eat after.
Yeah.
Sometimes we go to In-N-Out.
Sometimes we have to do that. But yeah, so I think that's like, if I were the person in charge, that's something I would try to tweak or whatever, or pull together. And I don't know. That would be a cool thing. What is the one thing you hope to see at each of the three things?
I mean, my overlap or like my blanket answer for all three is characters, like the rare ones.
Specific though.
I know. I was hoping you weren't gonna ask that,
but I am.
Specifics is ooh, you know who I'd like to see a Villains Night? Bowler hat guy.
Oh, that'd be cool.
I think that'd be really fun. I know that he exists in Paris, I believe.
That's, I think, the only place I've seen him.
So I'd really like to see Bowler hat guy. That would make me very happy. I don't know who. I'm trying to think of like a rare character. Ooh, if I saw BB-8 again at Star Wars Night, I'd be very happy. Because we saw BB-8 at Star Wars Night.
Mm-hmm.
The first, yeah. Although I did love the Jawas.
Those were pretty cool.
Those were really fun. And the Ewoks at 80s Night.
I'm totally spacing his name, but I would love to see the guy from first season of Mandalorian that I have spoken.
Oh.
Actually, in general,
Quill?
At Star Wars Night, I just want to see all the Mandalorian characters.
Yeah, if I saw Mando,
from the show, not the movie.
I want to see Grogu just.
How awesome. Yeah, real Grogu.
Like real Grogu.
Not the PhotoPass one.
No, real one.
Real Grogu.
Grogu.
That's my choice for Star Wars Night.
With Mando.
Yeah, the two of them for Star Wars Night.
I don't know who at Sweethearts Night though.
Who have we not seen?
That's what I was trying to think of, was like couples that we have not seen, and I can't.
Lady and the Tramp.
Real dogs from the live action one.
That worked. That'd be cute.
So just walk around some dogs.
Yeah, that would be cool. What about I'm trying to think of any other couples that haven't been, because they did a really good job.
You know who we don't see very often?
Hercules. They had.
We don't see Mickey and Minnie Mouse very often. I think that they need to be put on display at Sweethearts Night. No one ever talks about them.
Okay.
No, but seriously, I can't think of any good. I guess that would be like, I'd really love to see Donald and Daisy and Mickey and Minnie in almost like their BVS Christmas, or no, not Christmas, Halloween costumes, where they're like homemade and matching and cute. I would love something like that for.
So not their Valentine's Day costumes, though.
No, I think it'd be cute if it was like Minnie Mouse made them all things to match.
That'd be cute. That'd be cute.
Really precious.
I would like to see Han Solo and Leia, Princess Leia. So original series trilogy. I would like to see them up on the Innoventions building together. And I think that would be amazing.
Here's a funny story for some of you that may not remember it or weren't around when this story got told. At the last Rock for Chalk we did. Do you remember?
Yeah.
Okay. The 501st so graciously showed up to help support Chalk. Something I did not know was that General Organa was showing up. And I literally cried.
Mm-hmm.
Like General Leia walked out and I just there's a picture of it. It's pretty funny, but I very legitimately cried.
Yeah, you did. That would be my choice for Sweethearts Night. Wouldn't that be great though?
That'd be really good.
Like it kind of could be Star Wars Night too, but as I was thinking of Sweethearts we haven't seen. I mean, you could see Tony Stark and Pepper.
That'd be weird.
Wouldn't it?
Yeah.
I'm just thinking of random, whatever. Yeah, that would be fun. And then for Villains Night, I would choose. Which villain do we not really see very often?
I don't know. I mean, my thing is I'm like, oh, you know who I would like to see at Sweethearts Night? Jessica Rabbit and Roger Rabbit.
Oh, that'd be cool. Although
but like
that's
the not
kind of a weird,
but the not scary
Jessica Rabbit. Yeah, that's fair. That'd be a good one. I'd like to see Pete. The antagonist for Goofy.
Yeah.
I want to see Pete at Villains Night.
For a second, I thought you meant like Pete's Dragon. And I was like, that's a really weird way to interpret that movie.
He's not a villain.
I was like, that's a weird way to interpret that.
I mean, I would love to see Pete's Dragon, but...
Got it.
I don't think that'd be Villains Night. That'd be none of those. That'd be 70s Night.
And you know what? Clocky is right. You know how I'd love to see it at Star Wars Night?
Robin and Marion. That's a good one. Oh, you want Babu.
Babu Frick! Hey, hey! My
fair.
voice gives out every time I try to do that nowadays. Hey!
Well, it's because to really do it well, you have to be super loud and the mics would break.
I know.
Along with
I literally have to yell. Like, I have to be outside when I'm doing
that is
Babu Frick.
True. Yeah.
Or like in a very big space.
Okay, so final question on this topic.
Yeah.
If you were to pick a future Disneyland After Dark theme, what would you pick?
That's really difficult. I don't know. That's really hard.
Have they done 70s yet? Because to me, that's the one I want to see.
They have not done 70s Night. That'd be really fun. I just don't know what movies from the 70s they would promote.
Pete's Dragon.
That's it. Mr. Naps really just wants a Pete's Dragon After Dark.
They could put a fake Coast Guard cutter in the Rivers of America, and you could do Boatniks. Which is not on Disney Plus yet. I'll keep wishing.
I want justice.
Good thing I have the DVD. I don't think it's digitally downloadable either. Like, I think it's just one of those. And I think I have a reason why. But
so in that vein, then I would love like an aughts night. So we're talking High School Musical. We're talking the other things that came, like Meet the Robinsons.
Herbie started in the 60s. Didn't he?
I don't know.
I think Walt was aware of Herbie.
Walt was aware of Herbie.
Well, I think he helped pick the Beatle.
We could do that, or we could do like a decom After Dark night.
That'd be fun. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm talking Zetus Lapidus. I'm talking. We could have fun. It could be a lot of things that you don't know, and it would be a great time.
Well, and now I'm thinking like which animated films came out then?
In the 2000s?
Yeah, because you could have Home on the Range.
Well, I already said Meet the Robinsons. Yeah. That's the only movie that matters. I've now got to bring up Meet the Robinsons twice in one episode of Geeks Corner.
Well, we're not on Geeks Corner anymore. We're in Geeks Corner Plus, which means it's time for the GEEKMAS
Do you know
tree
how blessed I am?
lighting.
Okay, I'm going to carry my blessings.
Well, before you can do that.
Into the tree. Okay.
Harry Larry sent us another song to lead us into this. Mm-hmm. So enjoy this piece from Harry Larry. Have a holly jolly GEEKMAS. It's the best time of the year. I don't know if there'll be snow, but have a cup of cheer. Have a holly jolly GEEKMAS, and when you walk down the street, geek out! Say hello to friends you know and everyone you meet. Hey ho, the mistletoe hung where you can't see. Somebody's waiting there, kiss her once for me. Have a holly jolly GEEKMAS, and in case you didn't hear, geek out! Oh, by golly, have a holly jolly GEEKMAS this year. Merry GEEKMAS!
Okay. So I got to talk about Meet the Robinsons, and Harry Larry got to show videos of penguins.
I don't think that was about GEEKMAS.
I don't think it was either. I think it was more about penguins.
I think that was a, what do they call it when you put the ads on TV that's promoting an agenda? Propaganda. I think that was penguin propaganda.
There are worse things.
Am I wrong?
No.
Okay, I think he really wants more penguins. I mean, I don't have a problem with more penguins on Geeks Corner.
I know. Well, and that's so funny. I'm wearing my penguins.
And you're wearing. So, see, Harry Larry, we already have a penguin sweater, so you should be happy. All right, with that, it is time for the moment we've all been waiting for an entire week.
Yeah, no kidding. Okay.
So this week, we have figured out a foolproof way.
Foolproof.
To turn it on.
Really
you may have noticed through the entire show, there is an Amazon device sitting on the table.
Yeah. Katie, you can turn things on and off with those.
Yeah.
So that's what we're doing.
So would you like?
No, I'm stressed.
Power's already plugged in. All you have to do is say the right word, and everybody's going to laugh when they hear the word because it's amazing.
Yeah, it's actually going to be a first for me saying these words on Geeks Corner. So you're all welcome.
All right. We'll count down.
This worked in rehearsal.
From 5.
Okay.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Computer. Geek out.
I am sorry. Today is not GEEKMAS. Please return on the appropriate day and geek out around the tree. Merry GEEKMAS.
Did you make it do that?
That was awesome.
This isn't funny. I feel like I've been set up.
Why don't you try it again?
Okay. Computer. Geek out.
I am sorry. Today is not GEEKMAS. Please return on the appropriate day and geek out around the tree. Merry GEEKMAS.
She sounded really sincere.
I'm sorry that your Christmas tree didn't light up.
Oh, you called it a Christmas tree. It knows. Okay, well, on that horribly disappointing note, Katie, what should people do?
I'm really upset. You should go to tapsmagic.com. Check out all the Disney and geek news as it happens. Subscribe to our mailing list so you don't miss anything, and go find pictures of trees lit up. Not ours, but some.
Some trees. Also, subscribe to our YouTube channel so you don't miss any of the videos that we have going up. We got Candlelight, a couple of those videos up this last weekend. We've also got It's a Small World Holiday. We've also got some more Hawkeye stuff, which we could have talked about also, but we didn't. Anyway, we hope you have a fantastic week. We are running out of time here tonight, so we will see you around the corner.
Bye.